Stop and take a look at this. If you want to read that, you can pause it, show the signage for that. It's a pretty well developed area. You can see it's paved. And let's get hiking. We're here at Deschutes River here in Central Oregon. And look at this cool bridge. This is pretty awesome. This is a long bridge, very wide. Got a flowing river beside us. Ooh, and we got some cool rocks up there. I like that. Let me stop and come over to the edge. See our river. Obviously a bit of a log jam, literally and figuratively. Wow, that's pretty cool. And it's about 6:15, 6:20, just after sunrise. We're kind of still getting some prettiness off in the horizon. Here's the other side of the river, mighty Deschutes National River. Today is Friday, April 22nd. We are hiking parallel to mighty epic Deschutes River here in Central Oregon, starting at the Sun Lava Path, pretty popular trailhead, and we are exploring the Upper Deschutes River, National Wild and Scenic River System. In other words, it's recognized for its epicness. We stop and take a look up there. That's pretty cool. A little bit of a rock formation. Just walked along a few tenth connector section through the forest, and now we're getting to the river. Look at that. That is beautiful. A little bit of a white froth. A little bit of a raging section. Snow is melted. No difficulty accessing the path. I'm the only person here. Haven't run into these spider webs yet. That's always a good sign. And look at that. That is beautiful. This is the beautiful Deschutes National Forest. We come over here to the side, get a little bit of a money shot of our friend Deschutes River. Look at that. Pretty beautiful. We're just getting started on this hike. It's a bit of a epic river hike, walk. It's a very popular area, not far from Bend, which is a large population center. Look at that. That is beautiful. Continue to hike and give you the perspective. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Mighty Deschutes River. Let's keep hiking. So we're coming up to a little bit of a rapids waterfall section. I will advise this is a pretty steep section, so you want to watch your footing. You be careful. We'll go down here gingerly. Safety first, my motto. And we made it. Let's come down here. This is pretty epic. Wow, look at that straight ahead. I'll get as close as I can safely. Look at this area. Absolutely incredible. Look at the awe-inspiring beauty of Benham Falls. My gosh, this is beautiful. We're looking at Deschutes River here in Central Oregon. And this is a National Wild Scenic River. And you can see why, pretty epic. As this river weaves and winds its way through this rocky canyon. I'm going to hike down to another vantage point. See this little trail. And look at that. That is incredible. Look at the beauty of Deschutes River. One of the cool things about this area is we're right on the outskirts of Newberry Volcanic National Monument, so it's a lava-rich area, a lot of lava rock. You can see these epic rocky canyons on this side and that side. So not only is it a beautiful wild river, it's a wild scenic national river, but you are winding and bending and crooking your way through an epic volcanic wonderland. This area is absolutely spectacular. I'm gonna go ahead and start hiking back up from this little outcropping I had come to. We'll stop here and give another little vantage point, mighty Deschutes River. And there's one more spot we can stop and get a closer look. I'll come down here. Look at that. That is beautiful. Got a little waterfall section here, and it just keeps it going all the way down through our beautiful Rocky Canyon. As we admire beautiful Deschutes National Forest, I wanted to stop and show off this cool lookout area. Look at that. That is beautiful. We're looking at the mighty Deschutes River, bending and winding and weaving its way through this rocky volcanic canyon. Look at how far that goes. It just goes all the way off in the distance. It really kind of amps up the beauty factor of the wild raging river when you got all this incredible rock, all these lava formations right on the riverside. Kind of makes the whole area a whole nother level of epic and beautiful. This area is absolutely incredible. Let's continue to hike on our trail. Hike up these stairs. Coming up to a little bit of a better viewpoint area. Always worth checking these out. You never know what views you're gonna get. And look at that. That is gorgeous. I'm loving this perspective. That is crazy. We're in one of the more popular money sections. Pro tip, you always know you're in one or more of the touristy scenic areas if they've bothered to put up wooden railings like this. That's how you know you're in the money section, the touristy section. So we're exploring this portion. Right now we're still pretty early in our hike, and we're in what would be called the Benham Falls area. Probably one of the most popular hikes in the entire Bend area of Central Oregon. So this is a very popular one. Another successful contrarian play to get the private experience and seclusion. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is beautiful. This is kind of one of the money shot areas where people come and check out the river. So it does make it safer, so I definitely appreciate that. And look at that. That's pretty epic. Look at the beauty of Deschutes River. That is gorgeous. We go down here and pan around, see the river bending and winding and weaving its way after this waterfall section. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. One of the very unique, special things about this area is you have the confluence of epic, old Deschutes National Forest with incredible national scenic wild river Deschutes with the volcanic monument area across the way. Kind of makes a unique wilderness wonderland that you can't really recreate many other places, if anywhere. So, very special area. Unique ecological profile in its own right. And let me come down closer and take a look at this beautiful river. The river is the star of our hike, and look at this incredible river. One of the things I want to highlight across the way, that's actually volcanic rock, because we're right on the outskirts of a national volcanic park. Kind of adds to the beauty of the area. And not only that, but look at this forest. This forest is epic. This is my favorite forest in Oregon, Deschutes National Forest. So between the forest, the river, and the volcanic rock across the way, this is a pretty wild and epic area. We're just past Benham Falls here in Central Oregon. I'm gonna stop and slowly pan and show you the beauty of this incredible, majestic river. Not only get to enjoy the beautiful river and this beautiful Deschutes National Forest, my favorite forest in Central Oregon, but we get to enjoy lava rock on the other side of the river. Kind of amps up the beauty of the whole area. And I'll come over here and take a look. I love it when there's like a downed log here that's got a lot of character to it. Kind of amps up the experience. Look at that. That's very beautiful. Look at this mountain clear glacial runoff water. Gosh, this is beautiful. This is gorgeous. I'm loving this cascading waterfall feel right here. Got a confluence of a lot of beauty in one area. This area is absolutely spectacular. Loving this crook in the river as it winds its way through this volcanic wonderland. This is a Moneyshot area. We're looking at Deschutes River, and this is Deschutes National Forest. Pretty epic in all her pinerific splendor. If you like pines, Deschutes is the forest for you. And got some clouds moving in. It is going to be thunderstorms later, but I'm looking forward to that. And this is our trail. Look at the incredible beauty of Deschutes River. Continue to hike along. We're here in Deschutes National Forest, hiking above this incredible river, and I'm going to stop and look across the way again. I don't know if you can notice all that volcanic rock across the way. On the other side of the river is actually Newberry National Volcanic Monument, lava lands. So we're right up against a lava volcanic area, in addition to this incredible wild scenic national river and this beautiful Deschutes National Forest. It's a pretty spectacular area. Between that lava rock right there, the river down there, this is pretty darn epic. Stop here and show off the river again. My gosh, this area is absolutely incredible. Now that's a pretty big root of a tree. Currently one of those few sections where we're away from the river, but we're appreciating the forest. Today is April 22nd, Friday, and it is spring. That's why a lot of these trees are barren, because this is not their optimal time of the year for maximum bloomage. Nonetheless, I appreciate it. I think it's very beautiful. So, Deschutes River, one of my 3 favorite rivers in the state of Oregon. In my opinion, there's about an 8-mile section along the river that is gorgeous and worth exploring. So you can either try to do it as a 16-mile out and back, there and back, or you can break it up into 2 out and backs halfway each, which makes it about 8 miles both hikes. Since it's 8 miles and there and back, it makes it 16. You gotta double it. Now I'm on my way to Dillon Falls. We are here in the lazy still section of Deschutes River. You can see how still this river is. Feels more like a lake than a river. Very little flow. Upstream, we were hiking by some pretty whitewater, rapid, frothy waterfalls earlier, but clearly the water dissipates by this point. This is also a popular fishing area. You can see I'm standing actually at a boat dock. Show you our boat access point. Pretty cool. Deschutes National Forest. We're here in a lazy river section of Deschutes River. I gotta say, something about this lazy river is kind of making me sleepy. Get back on our trail. This was a little side trail to give us access to a better lookout area. Look at the beautiful Dillon Falls. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is Deschutes River here in Central Oregon. And I'm gonna hike down a little closer, get a little better vantage points, as close as I can. And look at this. This is crazy. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely beautiful. Hey, we even have a cup holder. Let me pan over here and show off this incredible cascading step waterfall. Look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. Not only that, but across the way, that rocky canyon, that is actually volcanic lava rock from Lava Land's Newberry National Monument. So this National Scenic Wild River is raging through this incredible volcanic canyon. Continue to hike on our trail. One tip about the Dillon Falls area is once you get to it, you want to keep hiking around the area because it's actually the gift that keeps on giving. There's probably 8 or 10 good overlooks of it to this direction, to the right of where I'm hiking right now. So don't just go to that one spot and think you've seen it all. Although that spot is magic, there's several other magic spots. So that is my pro tip. If you've invested the effort to get out to Dillon Falls and you want to get your full Dillon Falls worth. So keep coming this direction and see there's our river and falls. There's several viewpoint outcropping areas to the right here. Attempt to get a closer look at our friend Deschutes River. kind of an interesting area because there's kind of a huge overlook section. Here's a viewpoint area. This is beyond words. We're looking down at the mighty Deschutes River as it bends and winds and weaves its way through this incredible volcanic canyon. The other side of the river is actually Newberry National Volcanic Monument lava lands. So we have real lava rock, metamorphic rock, this national scenic wild river, and the incredible Deschutes National Forest as we look down on this absolutely incredible river canyon. This is beautiful. Gosh, this is beautiful. The sun is beating down on us. This is beautiful. Got some pine trees. We're admiring the incredible Deschutes River here in the Dillon Falls area. Let's continue to hike along. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely spectacular. This is incredible. Let's continue to hike along. Kind of exploring this overlook section. It's kind of divided into sections. It's not really just one overlook area, and it's kind of a wild area. You got to be careful. Let's come out here to this outcropping, and look at that. That is pretty gorgeous. We're here in a volcanic river wonderland, watching the raging, roaring Deschutes River here in the Dillon Falls section rage through this rocky canyon. We will continue to hike through our overlook area. There's all sorts of different outcroppings to stop and take a look at the river. Not just one. It's a pretty epic, gnarly tree. As I come over here, trying to get the best vantage point. Look at how unbelievable this is. Let me pan down and show you this incredible raging river in all her mighty fury. This is a national scenic wild river, Deschutes River, Dillon Falls area. I also want to highlight across the way this incredible canyon. It's actually volcanic rock, lava rock. Oh my gosh, this area is absolutely gorgeous. So you're gonna hike along the trail. Glad the sun's coming out. When I first got here, it was like 29 degrees and it was a bit frosty and chilly, frigid. Now it is warming up and I'm digging it, getting some blue sky. As we enjoy beautiful views of Deschutes River, Dillon Falls area, with volcanic rock across the way, creating a lava canyon. Let's continue to hike. So I pivot off the rock I was standing on, and we can stop and take a look that way as the river continues downstream, raging and roaring in all her fury. This is a pretty epic overlook area. Again, this is the Dillon Falls area of Deschutes River, Central Oregon. And I'm gonna keep on our trail. I could not recommend doing this hike more. You get miles and miles of epic river scenery. Can't ask for anything better than that. Especially in spring. Today's April 22nd. This area is absolutely spectacular. I'm gonna continue to get on my trail. Since it's low elevation, we're only at about 4,100 feet. the sun melts before they do in the mountains. So why not come here in spring and be one of the only people or the only person here? Makes more sense to me. I don't like getting too close to the edge. That's as close as I'm gonna get. We are descending down to Deschutes River, and now we've got these epic stairs. Kind of a cool area. Look at this. Got a bit of a rocky section. This is very cool. As we enjoy the beautiful Deschutes River, we pan over and show off this incredible trail. Look at this trail. This is Deschutes National Forest. Even the bird likes it. And look at this. Oh my gosh. As we continue to hike along. So this is a rocky forest trail that is hugging our shoreline of Deschutes River. I always appreciate these kind of trails because you get kind of the best of both worlds. You get the enjoyment of a beautiful forest trail with the shoreline views and access. Deschutes National Forest and Deschutes River. An epic area, if I do say so myself. And we're getting back to a lazy river section. Kind of interesting, all the different life cycles of this river. Stop and turn around and look at that. Absolutely beautiful. We're here at the Aspen boat dock here at Deschutes River Trail Bend area, Central Oregon. See, it's a great boat dock. Got a little bit of a crooked, winding, weaving, lazy river section. Great place to enter the river with your boat or raft or whatever flotation device you may be employing, including intertubes. And let's continue to hike along. It is raining today. I am a true Oregonian, so the rain does not deter me. In fact, it strengthens me. To me, it's akin to Super Mario Brothers when Mario gets the mushroom and sizes up. That's what rain does to me. I'm part Oregonian with my Norwegian heritage mixed in. The rain only adds to my resolution, makes me more resolute. Today I did an off season, off week, off time play, and it seemed to yield dividends. It's off season because it's spring. This is way more popular in summer. It's off week because I did it on a weekday instead of the weekend. And it's off time in the fact that I did it at sunrise instead of comfortably in the afternoon. So you are willing to make those sacrifices and you will be rewarded with a private experience like I got today. When I pulled up, I was the only one here. Pretty much got a almost exclusive private hike, which frankly in this area is no small feat because this is an insanely popular trail to hike. Look at how absolutely incredible this is. I'm here at Deschutes River here in Central Oregon, hiking along our mighty upper Deschutes River section. Spring, some rain, some sun, getting all sorts of weather today. And we're kind of starting to hike through one of the more epic money sections. Pro hint, you can always tell it's a money section when you start seeing these railings on the side, because they know that these are going to be the popular areas with a lot of tourists, so they try to protect the area from erosion by adding the railings. Because I can tell you the vast majority of this trail does not have these railings, but just a few money sections, the Benham Falls area, a little bit of Dillon Falls, and now this area. So you know you're in a money area when you see the railings. And let me stop here and take a look. Between the beautiful river and this lava formation on the other side, this area is absolutely beautiful. Let's continue along. It is raining, so I am drenched, but I did dress appropriately, so not a problem. Dry as a bone on the inside, so no big deal. I'm gonna come down and take a look at this beautiful river. Don't have the sun glistening on it, but that is okay. In this overcast, it actually makes it more bright and vibrant. Look at how beautiful that is. As we enjoy beautiful epic views of Deschutes River, let's continue to hike along. So we're doing Deschutes River Trail here in Central Oregon Bend area. This is considered the upper Deschutes River portion of Deschutes River. It's a national wild and scenic river system. So I pan over as we hike above it. It is raining. That is not deterring from the beauty or enjoyment whatsoever. Look at that. That is incredible. Overcast makes things pop a little bit more than the sun does. You don't get the glisten, but it's actually easier to see. So it's a mixed bag, but I enjoy the rain. Gives me strength. I really like doing these kind of hikes in the spring. I particularly focus on rivers in spring because A, it's a lower temperature. I'd rather do this when it's raining 30, 40 than when it's 80, 90. B, you get a lot less people. This is packed body to body practically. I mean, you know, a lot of people in summer. And C, you do your spring hikes in your river hikes in spring, so you can do your mountain alpine hikes in that narrow, precious window in summer where they're accessible because of the snow melt. So those 3 reasons you want to do your river hikes in spring. That is if you are trying to maximize your hiking calendar for a year. If you just do a couple hikes a year, you probably don't really care when you do them, keeping it real. I did not even fully appreciate that until I looked it up. I knew we were pretty river-rific, but didn't realize to the extent. So I think it's fair to say Oregon is the river capital of the United States, which is a distinction I did not appreciate until recently. Officially federally designated national wild scenic rivers, which represents less than like 1/4%, somewhere between 1/2 and 1/4% of all of the rivers in America. So it's an elite group selection-wise, filter-wise. Kind of, you can argue, probably the best rivers in America. I'm a born and raised lifelong Oregonian, and I didn't even know that. I don't think that's fully appreciated here in the state of Oregon. So I don't think it's an overstatement to say that we are the river champions of the United States. We are the pinnacle of river magic. Not to say there's not a bunch of really gorgeous rivers in other states, but we have the highest concentration of the highest quality of them. So I'd say my top 5 in no particular order are Deschutes River, we're hiking at now, Metolius River, which is epic. Got videos on that. There's tens of miles of beautiful hiking alongside Metolius. And then there's Mackenzie River, particularly the Sahili and Coosa Falls and Tamlich areas, but that's a beautiful river. Salmon River up near Mount Hood. It's got a beautiful 7 or 8 mile section that's particularly spectacular through an old growth forest. And then the granddaddy of them all, frankly, in the state is the Rogue River Complex. It's literally like a 40-mile epic journey. It's got lodges along the way, and it's very well organized. A lot of people either backpack it or stay in the lodges. A lot of people will raft down or kayak down or boat down the 40 miles and stay at the lodges. So it's like a whole big thing. Very well designed and pretty epic. The western half does have bears, and there's bear cages and stuff, so you have to be careful. But not overstating it, the Rogue River is considered to be that river hike. It's going to be one of the 8 or 10 best river hikes in the entire world. So definitely that would be, from an outsider looking in, that would be considered the most epic river hike in the state of Oregon, hands down. But that's more of a epic production to go do that, which I highly recommend doing. It's incredible. If you're just looking for a day hike, a little bit more, maybe a weekend or a weekday, then the other 4 I mentioned are wonderful. But I think those are the 5 best rivers in the state of Oregon, my humble opinion. And kind of enjoying a lazy section of the river. Stop here and give a little bit of a view. My Deschutes, it is raining on us. Maybe a point of honor, I never even put up my hood today. It's been raining on and off all day, but just keep my hood down. I'm huge on alpine mountain hiking, and there's a narrow window you can do that, like August, September, maybe part of October, maybe 8-10 week, 12 week if you're lucky window where you can get up to the mountains as far as snow melt and all that stuff. So I want to make sure I'm focusing entirely on the mountains during the back end of summer going into fall. So for that reason, I reverse engineer my whole calendar. If you're like me and you're trying to pack as many hikes in as you can throughout the year, you reverse engineer from your sweet spot, which is the mountain alpine hiking, and then that allows me to do some river hiking in spring. Also, I kind of like to always have something to look forward to. I don't want to just carve out one part of the calendar and just look forward to the Alpine window all year. I like to have something going every part of the year. So during winter, I love snowshoeing and yaks traxing and cross-country skiing. And look at this. This is beautiful. Talk about shoreline access. A couple more steps and I'm in the drink. Don't want to do that. The clothes are waterproof, but they're not that waterproof. I'll continue to hike along. Kind of a cool area with this downed tree kind of causing some ripples and currents and tumultuousness in the Whitewater Rapids. This area definitely has that wild feel, which I appreciate. You got the river doing its thing, and then you got this trail system through Deschutes National Forest. Stop and take a look at beautiful Deschutes Forest, National Wild Scenic River, as mentioned before. Also want to highlight across the way, you see all that rock. It's actually volcanic lava rock. We're right next to Newberry National Volcanic Monument lava lands, so pretty epic. One of the main sections of this trail is called Lava Island. It's got a lot of lava rock and volcanic rock, and gotta say, in comparison to a lot of other rivers, really amps up the beauty when you've got lava rock. As I close my mouth to try not to eat any of these gnats I'm hiking through. It is spring, it is wet, as you can see. It is actually actively raining. It's been raining all day. It has not deterred from the enjoyment of our hike whatsoever. In fact, it's only made us more resolute in its epicness. It's a little bit of a boat dock, boat ramp section. And one of the things about this trail is it's well developed, so there's all these kind of connector sections, like we're going through one right now. You'll have a half mile or a mile of shoreline forest magic, and then you'll invariably hike up to another entry point like we're at now. And then you just keep hiking, and eventually you get back onto the trail, which is coming up over here. Kind of a rocky section. This next section we're going to is the most rocky of the whole area. It's a lot of rocky sections where you do have to watch your step. It's nothing too crazy. Most people should be able to do it, but if you have a member of your party that isn't sure-footed, this first section after Meadow Day Use area may not be suitable for them because there's a lot of rocks and obstacles in the trail, but for most people I think it should be fine. We're staying on the trail. I like this little marker. Make sure you don't accidentally go the wrong way. This particular section is kind of a lazy arm. This actually isn't the main river. The main river is on the other side of this island to our right. So this is just a little side arm of the Deschutes River, a lazy section, but nevertheless quite beautiful. We are hiking through the mighty Deschutes National Forest. Makes sense that would be along the Deschutes River. Very beautiful area. Still have the spring foliage, so a lot of kind of the winter is still present. A lot of this area hasn't fully bloomed. Come here in summer, it will be more vivacious. As we overlook this beautiful arm of the Deschutes River, starting to pick up a little steam. I have a tendency to like the more tumultuous sections, less the lazy river sections. Lazy river sections sometimes can lull me to sleep. I'm sure they're great for fishing or for, inner tubing, but if I'm looking for epic, wild, scenic river, I want cascading waterfalls and white water rapids, and I want drama in the river, tumultuousness. So I always appreciate it when the river gets ahead of steam, and it makes it more scenic and more epic. I'd gotten a slight reprieve from the rain for a couple minutes, but the rain, I can tell, is starting to return. I think it missed us, so it is coming to visit us again. It's amazing actually how unwet the ground is for how much it's rained. I've actually been poured on quite a few times this morning at different rates, but pretty heavy at times, but doesn't seem to have soaked the trail, or maybe it dried in the interim. Not bad. I do want to highlight across the way. You see that lava rock? I've already spoiled the punchline. That is lava rock. That is volcanic formations because we're right near Newberry National Volcanic Monument lava lands. It's kind of a lavarific area. Gosh, it's beautiful. So we hike next to this little bog to our right, little offshoot of our main Deschutes River. Somehow this got formed through the natural geography of the area, and it's like a little swampy bog that's next to the river through probably a little channel, a little estuary. I'm sure that's conducive of fish hatching and so forth. Especially it looks like there's a little section where it can get back and forth to the river. I guess that's probably very good to have for the fish. It's been raining all day. A bit of a wet hike, but I enjoy that. To me, inclement weather is part of the fun of the wilderness adventuring. I am not a fair weather hiker. I'm not a person that only wants to go under optimal conditions. I try to maximize towards optimal conditions, but frankly, some of the most fun can be had when things don't go to plan, or when there's rain or wind or snow. Sometimes those are the most magical scenarios that you didn't even plan for. So the key of the game is being adaptive. Roll with the punches, and you'll probably find a way to have a rewarding experience. There's our river over there. Those ducks, I don't know if those ducks might be going faster than me or about the same speed. Now this section, the Meadow Day Use area, this first 0.6 miles, particularly, it's one of the rockiest 0.6. You can see right here, the rockiness is resuming. It's nothing too crazy. If you're a seasoned wilderness adventurer, then you will have no problem doing this, but if you're not so sure-footed, if you're not a regular hiker, could actually pose some challenges for you in a couple spots, so just be wary of that. I wouldn't let that discourage you, but safety first, second, and third. Getting some loud wind picking up. According to the forecast, it's supposed to be 20 to 25 miles per hour, so it's not anything crazy, but from a trail hiking perspective, you can definitely feel and notice the 20-25 miles per hour. But that only adds to the fun. Deschutes River down below is actually a designated national scenic wild river. Pretty cool. think Oregon is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the United States when it comes to epic river hikes. You consider the fact that like something like somewhere between only a quarter to a half of 1% of all rivers in the United States have that designation, then that is the creme de la creme of the rivers in the country. So to have so many in Oregon is pretty epic. I didn't fully appreciate that until I did a little research. I think the rain's starting to pick up a little bit as we go through this pretty epic rocky section. This is pretty gorgeous. We're here at Deschutes River Trail here in Central Oregon, and look at the beautiful Deschutes River. That is crazy. I'm hiking on this rocky trail that overlooks this incredible river. Let me stop and take a look. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I'm done with this hike and this final section back to our trailhead.